This episode is brought to you by Shayla Shaw Empowerment. In addition to hosting and producing this podcast, I am a certified empowerment coach for moms. Are you in need of support and accountability as you work to achieve personal and professional goals? Are you looking to enhance skills, resources, and the creativity needed to overcome depressive behaviors? Or are these depressive behaviors preventing you from being present, thriving, and enjoying your family? Then you need an empowerment coach. If you have any questions or want to set up a consultation, email me via shayla@shaylashaw.com, or if you want to know more about me or my services, visit shaylashaw.com. Hi everyone, just wanted to jump on and apologize because I did not post the announcement that there would not be an episode of the podcast released yesterday. So there was no Talk It Out Tuesday, and I did get messages asking where the podcast was. So at least I know someone's listening. So thank you guys for reaching out. And I apologize that I did not post the announcement about the episode not airing yesterday. But there will be a new episode on Tuesday, and I'm pretty excited about that episode because it will feature the co-authors of an anthology that I am a part of that will be released on May the 9th. Next Thursday, May the 9th, the anthology will be released. It's called A Real Woman's Worth. So the next Talk It Out Tuesday will actually feature some of the authors that are co-authoring with me on the book that we've written. So I'm pretty excited. They're going to share their stories. I'll share a snippet of mine, and I was so nervous about sharing this story. It was so personal that I had to reach out and make sure that it was okay to share the story with the co-star of the the story that I've written, just to make sure that it was fine, and it was, and they were really excited actually for me. So I'll tell you more. Just want to leave you intrigued about who this person is that is a part of my story, but I'm excited to share it. So please listen to the next episode. I'm pretty excited, and I really feel like you guys will connect with, if not all of the stories, at least 2 or 3 of the stories that have been written, because they are just heartfelt and true, and just really the journey of understanding who you are and, why you're important and why you're special. So I'm not sure if you're aware, but this week and this month, today is still May 1st, and that is why I'm wearing green, because it is Mental Health Awareness Month. And so green is the color for mental health awareness. And this week is actually Maternal Mental Health Week. And I know it's hump day, but Maternal Mental Health Week is very important, of course, for mothers, and is very near and dear to my heart because, of course, my passion and what I talk about is mental health. Just because I was diagnosed, I am still diagnosed of generalized anxiety disorder and major depressive disorder. But I experienced postpartum depression that got worse with all 3 of my pregnancies. And of course, at that time, I didn't really know what it was, but it really, really got bad after I had my youngest son, who's now 12, almost 13. But I'm just excited about all of the information, all of the, the push to get information and to get the knowledge out so that there's no stigma, there's no shame involved in the things that mothers experience after they have children. Research actually has shown that 20% of mothers experience depression after childbirth. And I mean, that's pretty big. So all women can and have the possibility of developing a mental disorder during the pregnancy and in the first year, not first 6 weeks, the first year after delivery. So just understanding, that you're not stuck to some timeline that, if you're experiencing, this sadness, that it lasts longer than this period of time. And if you didn't experience anything the first 30 days, and then after that, you talk to your doctor, talk to, someone, talk to you when you go take the baby in for the checkups, talk to someone, let them know how you're feeling, and continue to talk. Because a lot of times when we go to the doctors, they mainly ask about the baby. They're going to ask about how you're healing. They're going to ask all of these physical questions, but make sure that you speak up about your mental health, because that's just as important as everything else. So in addition to, like I said, Maternal Mental Health Week, which is this week, there is also, May is Mental Health Awareness Month. And so it's not just about having a mental illness. Mental health and mental wellness is just important for your overall life, just to have balance. You can be physically fit, you can be the most beautiful person to the eyes, but how is your headspace? Because that affects everything. It's just having a balance, making sure, that you're laughing, that your spirituality is in check, that you understand your purpose, and that you're able to, just really align your life with that. Making sure that you're present and available for your family. And are you going to be all these things at all times? Absolutely not. But that's not the expectation. But understanding what your best is. And I'm not 100% all the time. Usually my best is about 60%. If I'm doing 70 or 80, everybody's happy. I'm not striving for 100. To be honest, some people are, but that's just not my goal. I know that I have a son who's 12. I know that I have 2 kids in college. I know that I have another son who's, has a daughter, and I have a granddaughter. So making time for them, making time for my sister, making sure I call my mom, checking on my dad. Then I have a brother. He always says I forget about him. I love you, brother. But just making sure that it's enough pieces of Shayla to go around, and sometimes they're not. Working a full-time job. When I was working a full-time job, I was working lots of hours a day. Sometimes I would be at work 10 hours and then come home working 2 more hours. And then, having a son with ADHD and making sure that I get in on time to make sure that I'm helping him with his homework before he's over it. Because, once he's tired and frustrated and aggravated and he's sat in class all day and now he has 3 tons of homework, it's difficult. And then making sure that I cook, even though I hate cooking, for my husband. And just being a wife and a friend, and then finding time for myself and doing the things that I enjoy. So mental health is just not about a person with a mental illness. It's about everybody. It's about making sure that you find balance for you, because having a healthy lifestyle helps prevent the worsening or even the onset of mental illnesses or mental health problems. So it's, like I said, it's the overall balance of your body. And so the last thing that I wanted to talk about is something else that's happening next week, is Teen Talk. So I am so excited to be a part of this with Miss Dillard. I did an interview with her the other day, and we were just simply talking about the Teen Talk that's going to be from May the 8th through the 10th. And what it is just talking about the mother, daughter, and mother, father, and just really focusing on daughters and how different things affect the young ladies and the girls in our lives. And so the portion that I am a part of, not that I'm selfish, because all of them are wonderful. You have to just check out the lineup. But the portion that I'm a part of is basically about how a daughter handles mental illness that her mother experiences. So I will be talking just about being a mother with a mental illness and some of the things that I know affected my daughter, who's now in college. And we have a pretty open relationship and we talk a lot. So just talking about it from the perspective of a mom with mental health issues, just to balance out the conversation, and just help, daughters understand, and then getting an understanding, just having that two-way conversation, and just really talking to moms, because it's not just for daughters, it's for moms and daughters, or for fathers and daughters. We have some gentlemen that are a part of the lineup. So I'm so excited about that. So next week is wonderful. This month is my favorite month. Wear green, mental health awareness. Don't forget to listen to, if you haven't listened to the last 4 episodes of the podcast, go and check them out on Apple iTunes. You can just look up Navigating My Crazy. Of course, the links are on my Instagram. And of course, they're also on YouTube if you look at Navigating My Crazy. I'm just so excited for all of the support that I've received. I'm so excited about the speaking engagements that I have coming up. I'm excited, of course, about the book that I have launching. I've always been a writer. Ever since I was little, I've always written stories. I actually remember the first story I wrote. But I actually have a book of books that are just bursting to be released. So I'm just excited to finally get all of the things that I have been writing and holding to myself, just to put them out in the world and just put them out there. And if I'm able to help just at least one person, that's all I'm going for with my story, and just let someone know that it's okay to mess up. But what are you going to do when you mess up? How do you move forward? Do you get stuck? Do you go backwards? What do you do when you mess up? Because this may not be the right thing to say, but sometimes having a mental illness or going through, something mentally, sometimes all you're able to focus on is yourself. It's really easy to become so overwhelmed with everything outside of you, having kids, being a wife, having a job, going to school, all of this stuff that's outside of you, and you just get so overwhelmed and you say, woe is me. I can't deal with this. I can't. I feel bad. I can't get out of bed. I can't. And you just start focusing on all of this stuff and all of the weight that's on your shoulders, and you're not able to process the things that are actually happening with the people that you love. So that's why it is absolutely important to make sure that you heal yourself, that you're taking care of yourself mentally, physically, spiritually, emotionally, so that you're able to take care of your children, so that you are able to have a loving, open relationship with your spouse. Because you can't do those things if you're just focused on the I can't, I am, I won't, all of those things. It's about the I, instead of pushing out and preparing yourself to take care of the people that need you. So, have any questions, you know how to reach me. Questions at navigatingmycrazy.com. Again, I am an empowerment coach. So if you would like to just have a consultation with me, check out some of the services that I have. I am more than happy. I have openings now, which is a good thing. I've had some of the ladies that I've been working with just really achieve some of the goals that they had set forth. So I'm so excited for them. And so I'm ready to help some other people, because that is the most fulfilling thing in the world. Especially when you see someone that's struggling with something that you struggled with, and you can help them get through it because you have that little ace in your pocket and you can give it to them to push them forward. That's the most empowering thing. So I am an empowerment coach, and I would love to empower you to get to your goals. So ShaylaShaw.com, you can check out the services that I have, and I will see you sometime next week because I want to talk to you more about the book. Just give you some little snippets so that you can understand what the stories are about. So have a great week. Don't forget your mental wellness. Bye.